What's going on, guys? I'm with Moose, and today I'm back on MLB 17, the show Diamond Dynasty. Going to be breaking down a good way, I think, to kind of focus your time and energy in Diamond Dynasty, and also a good way to make stubs in general. So let's get into it. If you go over to the Collect tab, and then you go into missions, they're really cool missions, and of course Diamond Dynasty. You go all the way over here to the Team Epics, and it's actually really cool. There's a ton of different things you can do with Team Epics, and I kind of wanted to break down exactly how to get the Team Epics, and just in general, just try to understand what you're doing with them. And it really helps when you're playing to understand what's going on. So every single one is very, very similar for each team, but if you want to go through and see who all the players are, you can do that. Of course, like the Orioles, at the end you get a 90 overall Jim Palmer. For the Red Sox, of course, you guys can see I'm focusing on that one because I am a Red Sox fan. You get a 94 Ted Williams. For the Yankees, 92 Posada, and so on. You guys can see every single one. You guys can pick and choose which one you want to get. I just happen to be focusing on the Red Sox, and then I kind of went over to the Rays, and now I'm working on the Padres as well, if you guys can get down to that one. So how do you get these done, and how do you do them efficiently, I guess, is the best option. So first up, for every single one, you're going to have to get 2 wins against the computer on rookie difficulty or higher. Now, how exactly do you get that? If you guys, I want to make sure everyone knows this. So if you go over to here, play, and then you do single player, you cannot beat them in Conquest. It will not count for that. You have to play them versus CPU. It has to be in this one mode, play versus CPU right here. And basically you pick your team at the top with L1 or R1. You choose the difficulty, rookie, veteran, whatever. I don't know why you'd want to play at anything but rookie, honestly. You know, pretty much guarantees you get the win. But yeah, just be aware that I would honestly, just make sure you're playing in play versus CPU, because while Conquest is very good and very worthwhile to play, excuse me, it is not going to count for that challenge. So let's go back to missions, hit this up over here, and Team Epic. So next thing up, what is the next challenge? You guys can see I'm on Epic number 2 for the Rays. It happens to be tally 10 hits with Impact Veteran Wade Boggs, and you need to collect 15 Rays to acquire this card. And this is going to be the same for every single card that or every single second tier challenge, I guess, for each of these. So for the Red Sox, the tier 2 Epic, if I go all the way down here, which I already did, was tally 10 fielding assists with Xander Bogaerts rookie flashback, which I also needed to collect 15 Red Sox to acquire. So basically, you are going to need to collect 15 of each player, or of each team, I should say, and get their first reward to unlock this second challenge. And that's going to be the same deal with this one for the Padres that I'm working on now. I need to get 2 doubles with rookie legend Dave Winfield. So just very simple. Collecting 15 cards for each team is really not hard at all. I'll show you guys a way in a second how to get basically every single card for very, very cheap and very worthwhile. Now, what's the 4th tier, or the 3rd tier, I should say? Once you get that done, it's actually very simple. Get 3 wins versus CPU, same deal, now on veteran or higher. So basically just play all of them on veteran. I have 1 on the Red Sox so far. Hopefully get that done later today. But yeah, that's not that hard. I mean, veteran, really not that tough. Obviously rookie is easier, but veteran, just take your time, take a few pitches here and there, and you're gonna be fine. I think I won my first game like 9-0, so don't worry too much about it. It's not that hard. Now, what is tier number 4? Now, I have not unlocked one yet. Obviously the Red Sox is the closest I have, but thankfully somebody actually has unlocked them and gave us the information. So this was for the Nationals, of course, and he had to hit 5 home runs versus the computer with flashback Jason Worth, which is the Nats 40-man collection reward. Now, that's a very interesting thing. So you need to get every single player on the Nationals, or on any other team, I should say, for the tier number 4 reward. Now, that is where these come in, and where they're going to be pretty expensive, and where you probably want to prioritize which one you're doing. Now, the Red Sox is going to be pretty tough because they have a couple diamonds in Chris Sale, Mookie Betts. Also, David Price is pretty expensive, and so on. They have a pretty expensive team, not the most expensive, but very expensive in general, and you need all of them to unlock that tier 4 player for whatever it is. Now, for the Red Sox, that player happens to be Johnny Damon. Maybe I'm honestly just speculating here, but maybe the challenge for him is get like 10 steals, or maybe it's get 40 base hits or something like that. I don't know. It could be anything like that. But just be aware that it's going to involve getting that player, and I'll show you guys in a little bit the easiest ways to get those players for a little bit cheaper, at least. It's going to work for almost every single player except for maybe like the diamonds, honestly. Now, finally, the last challenge, that epic tier 5 challenge, that is from the same guy, thankfully. It says exchange Washington Nationals cards or any other team. Just insert team name here. He said he exchanged all silver and below that he got from the collection, plus about 5,000 cards from the market card. So it's honestly pretty simple. You just need to exchange some cards into this set from tier 5, so it's very easy. Just exchange a bunch of the cards that you already locked into your collection that you can't sell anyway, and then just buy a few extras so you don't exchange like the diamonds and golds you have from the set. So honestly, very, very simple, and you can get some great rewards, and they're not that hard, and also it's really easy to kind of focus your team. So right now on my team, I have, of course, this Wade Boggs. He's leading off because I need 10 hits with him, and I want to get as many at-bats as I can with him, and then Dave Winfield's hitting third, I think, because of course I need 2 doubles with him. So it's kind of fun just to, you know, put some different guys in your lineup, put some bronzes and stuff. It's interesting. It makes the game a little more fun, and I highly recommend you guys go about this and just try to get them. You know, it's fun, especially I will say one thing is the play versus CPU games, not the most fun in the world, but there is an added bonus of playing these. If you guys go over here and we do versus CPU, you can get these challenges done. You guys can see I already have 46 out of 100 runs, 15 50 doubles, and so on. So you know, that's an added bonus of playing these. You get a little bit of you know, a boost from extra missions. Now, how do you go about getting those teams easily? Especially the 15 and the 40 will, you know, kind of work for this, especially for the lower tier teams like the Padres or like the Phillies or something like that, where they really don't have almost any golds or even diamonds to speak of. If you go to my inventory here, and then of course my player collection, and let's just take the Padres for an example, because it's the best example that I have in terms of a team that's like relatively cheap. Like I said, it would work for any team, but it's just easier if they're already relatively cheap. Now I have 15 of 40, of course, because I only needed 15, but I will need 40. Now let's see what Will Myers is going for. Their best player going for right around 1,800 stubs and 1,500 buy now. That's not a great split, so I'm gonna hold off on that. I don't really want to buy him for 1,500. I want a little bit better of an example here. Ryan Butcher, same thing. I don't want that. Carter Caps, and that's a pretty good example. So he's going for buy now 1,900. So I could just, you know, go to buy options, sell options, and just buy him for 1,900. But why would I do that when I could just create a buy order for around, like, I don't know, 1,250? And that's actually the highest buy order now. Somebody might sell that to me for 1,250, and I save myself like 650 stubs, and that's going to be really helpful in the long run. That basically bought that player for me right there if I actually get that saving. So very worthwhile. Brandon Maher, same thing, going for 134 or 30. I'm going to create a buy order for, let's say, I don't know, 35. And who knows, maybe they'll buy it, maybe not. But I'm not in any rush to get this 40 collection. But if I can get some good deals, hey, why not? Young Gervis Solis, they're going for 11 now. I'm probably going to put this at like 25 because I don't think anybody's going to sell it for like 10. But hey, you never know. I mean, you go ahead and put them for like 5 if you want. I don't care. But it's just kind of an option, and it's really nice to have. And honestly, you can make stubs doing this, but it's also a really good way to get these collections done, especially since, like I said, there's no real rush to get that 40 collection. I'm not itching to do it. I don't need to do it today or anything like that, but I just want to get a little head start, get some deals here and there, get some snipes and whatnot, and eventually I'll have the entire roster. So that's pretty much how you do it. You basically just go in, see if there's a good split, and post some orders, and hopefully people will buy them out. And I'm going to do this for the entire team. I'm going to do it for basically every single team. Now, the one thing I will say real quick, like I was mentioning with the expensive players, very tough to do it, especially if you don't have a lot of stubs. Right now, I don't think you guys can see it because it's where my face cam is, but I only have like 25,000 stubs, which is pretty decent. But look at this. Chris Sale, 46,000 or 37,000. I couldn't even put in a buy order for him if I even wanted to. Same thing with Mookie Betts, going for a ton, 72,000. Like, those kind of cards, you know, you can do it if you have a lot of stubs. Like, if I had a lot of stubs, let's say I could go to buy options and create a buy order for like 60K. That's going to save me like 12,000 stubs. Really, really good. I just don't happen to have that much right now. So, like I said, just for those cards, I wouldn't worry too much about them right now. Even for like David Price, still kind of expensive. I could put in a buy order for that, but since I don't really want David Price on my team right now, I'm not going to do it. But for a guy like Craig Kimbrell, let's see what he goes for. 7.3 and 6.8. That split's not very good, but let's say it was 7.3 and 6K. I'd put in a buy order right now for like 6.1. If I get him on my team, cool. I'll use him as my closer. But that's basically how you do it. Let's see real quick, Brock Holt. Just take a look real fast. And look at that. One of my orders was completed, and I know that's the only orders I had up. So let's put up one for 45 for Holt, and then I'll show you guys that I actually did get that one completed. Actually, I got to go into the market again. If we go to completed orders, and right there, Brandon Maher for 35. That guy sells for like 140. Got him for 35 though, no problem. I would highly recommend you do that. It's very easy to get your 15. I honestly would throw in like a ton of buy orders if you can. If you don't mind, you know, tying up some stubs here and there, it's definitely worth doing and highly recommend that. But thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please leave a like down below and let me know which team epic you are going to go for first. And, you know, let me know if you think the tips were helpful. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you later.